Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rudy, your host for today's webinar. Thank you for standing by and welcome to Esri India webinar on Pathways to Esri Certifications. This webinar is specially designed for the professional who wants to upgrade their skills and get certified with Esri. The speaker for today's webinar is Mr. Vijay Kumar, Senior Vice President, Technical Esri India. For the duration of presentation, all participants' line will be in listen-only mode. We also have a panel of Esri India experts on call to answer any queries you may have. We will have a question and answer session post the presentation. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you may also send them across to the panelists using the chat window on the right-hand side of your console. During the session, if we faced any unexpected disruption, please be patient and we would take the necessary steps to restore the service immediately. So now, without further delay, I would like to hand over the proceedings to Mr. Vijay Kumar from Esri India. Mr. Kumar, welcome to the program. You're now ready to begin.
Thank you, Rudy, and welcome everyone to this webinar. And it's my really pleasure to address you today and meet you, all of you today. As you know, the objective of this webinar is, how we can go ahead. What are the pathway for ISRI certifications? I would like to mention one thing to all of you. I think I understand that some of you are from system integration companies. Some of you are from software product companies, from data companies. I've seen a couple of people, from, various other companies also. In fact, it's a good, combination of people from different kind of background. That is really very interesting to know. And so these days, while technology is advancing very fast, right? Advancement is happening, it's changing very fast, right? Every couple of months, you see many new things coming out. And especially in GIS technology, I think, the change in transformation in technology is very, very fast. If you see in last couple of years, GIS has gone to a level where it is not just mapping, but we have actually, embodied, and we have actually, considered all kind of, technology, including, IoT, analytics, 3D, image processing, remote sensing, you have real-time, data processing, big data analytics, drone. All of these technologies actually are coming together and, under the umbrella of geospatial technology, which is actually a very, very positive sign for all of us as a GIS enthusiast or GIS expert. ESRI, we also, you have noticed that we have, considered all kind of technologies and, integrated everything and giving us seamless experience to our users worldwide. So considering all these aspects, it becomes very important for all of us as a GIS expert that we upgrade ourselves to the latest. This is very important aspect. And what happens sometime when we work in projects, various implementation projects or development projects, or then we, confine ourselves to actually it's very specific domain and specific, technology areas and versions and release, right? Where we don't get exposure to the entire sort of products or entire sort of technology, entire possibilities in this domain, geospatial domain or ArcGIS, as system. So it becomes very important, that we, get into kind of getting a versatile knowledge, of geospatial technology. And one approach for that to upgrade ourselves is that we get, into certifications, which are global level certifications, and then we, learn those new things and, get certified at the same time, which add a lot of value, in fact, not only to our individual career, growth, or individual, value, market value, but it also adds a lot of value to the organizations, where we are working. In fact, I have seen many examples, these days where lots of actually customers, around the world, they're asking, us as an integrator, they're asking that, okay, do you have ISRI certified people? Do you have globally certified people in this particular area? Whether it is enterprise or it is, desktop, or it is system administration or associate administration, or there are different areas, There are lots of specialty program also, right? So customer is actually very sensitive and is aware, right? And they really look forward, to have a certified set of people working for their projects. Very, very important. Apart from the project, there are lots of companies, whether into product or in other areas also. They look forward ISRI certified people, for their team. So session today, the plan is to have some discussions, around that how ESRI as a global, initiative, we are propagating this, worldwide. Uh, I have my colleague Shahrukh today, and who will be talking about, that how we have, come out with the concept of ESRI Academy globally. He will talk about that how we are actually helping various users and various partners and developers across the world to get actually knowledge on the latest changes what are happening in domain areas as well as in technology areas. So Saruk will be talking about how this academy, how you can register in this academy. This academy is open for everyone. You can register free of charge without any problem. Then how you can get actually updates around those areas, new areas, and how actually you can plan, for yourself based on your role, how you can plan actually right certificate for you, and then what is the path for that selected certificate. So we'll be talking about that, in detail, step by step. So I'm sure today's session will be very useful for you to kickstart your journey towards certifications. So I would request my colleague Saruk, to take you through this, session today. Thank you very much indeed for joining this session. It's really pleasure to see lots of people today in this, webinar. Thank you so much. And over to Saruk. Saruk, thank you.
Thank you, Vijay sir, for introducing me. Hello everyone. My name is Shahrukh. I am. I'll be walking you through to the pathways of HT certifications. Uh, as Mr. Vijay sir has already mentioned about that the importance of certifications and the different kind of certification that I'll be talking about and HT Academy, there are a lot of things that I need to discuss. So without wasting a time, let's begin. Share my screen with you people. Uh, okay. So today's agenda would be importance of ISTI certification, why it is important, ISRI Academy, trainings, My Academy, how to register if in case you don't know, and then the certifications that we have. Then ISRI technical certification, what are the types of exams that we have, how we are supposed to prepare for the exam, how to select the right appropriate examination or certification for yourself, how to even prepare, what are the elements which are available on online for free books, and we'll be discussing about ILO and how we can help. Let's talk about importance of ISRI certification. Now, for specifically, if I talk about organization in-house, it is definitely, you want to develop skill sets in the organization, wherein you have customers and you want to provide them the right kind of technological inputs in terms of deployment or maybe infrastructure help if it is required. So obviously, you are developing skills in-house in your organization. It also helps in increasing the competency of any consultant for better project deliveries. It also helps you to increase the productivity. How basically when a person is certified, so that means we are saying that he has enough amount of knowledge on the ISTI platform so that he or she can deliver any product or any project which is available at your disposal in a very efficient manner, and what ISRI recommend as best practices. I don't want to go into too much details and technical nuances, but as a consultant or maybe a solution architect or maybe an analyst, whosoever is working technically on particular project, there are little tits and bits which are supposed to be followed as what ISRI recommends. and if we follow, then that ensures that the project delivery is at par, and there is a lot of efficiency in it. And obviously you get the customer trust very easily, because I have seen a couple of scenarios, and I know that a lot of SIs and GISPs has been reaching out to me, and specifically they want their people to get certified because they want to do bidding, or maybe they are looking for glorifying their company's profile, because somehow when a customer says that why should we give you this project, the question this the answer for this question can be so many, but the moment an organization says that we have ISRI certified technical people, then the question goes, the another, all the doubts goes away, because ISRI certification tests your each and every ability in terms of that particular subject matter, whether we are talking about ArcGIS desktop, whether we are talking about ArcGIS Pro, whether we are talking about ArcGIS server, whether we are talking about geodatabases, JavaScripts, or maybe utility network, or maybe, there's so many. Hence, once the organization says that we have certified employees, that means the authenticity and credibility goes up. Then there is basically no doubts about it, that whether you have technically qualified staff or not, because cracking those examination is little tough job. Precisely, I would not put it in a very cheesy way, but that it's very easy, but it is little tough job. uh, since I have given certification, and I see that a couple of attendees, I know a couple of them personally, they have also given certification, so they know the amount of investment of preparation that goes in for preparing a certification. Now, talking about personals, individuals, if in case I have individual participants as well, see, for your own personal growth, obviously, it makes you technically strong. And as it says that when you want to do a difficult task and you have to do it repetitive times, if you find an easier way of doing it, then your job is done, and obviously you're shining. You're a shining star because you basically automated a process, or maybe you found an easier way of basically uh, getting the job done. So definitely that is there. Recognition of proficiency, you get your own charm in it, and obviously ECD gives you recognition, for which I will also be talking about it. Although it is little offbeat, but I would just like to bring in into your kind notice as well. A few days back, just to bring in the importance of ISRI certification, that I was quite surprised. But even now, as Vijay sir was mentioning, even now the government jobs, even the government, a couple of ministry has approached me, and they wanted to understand how ISRI certification is, because when they are opening the JD, they have made given basically preference people who are having ISRI certification. So I was quite surprised for a government job, but yes, that it is what it is. So just to bring in into your kind notice the importance of ISRI certifications. Now let's talk about ISRI Academy, what we can offer, how we can help, and what are the offerings and the certifications, and how to prepare, what is the plan, everything I'll be talking about. So it is majorly divided into two sections. One is for an individual and for organization. Some of they are both linked, but pathway is through individuals to organization, and organization to individuals. So basically, there is an instructor-led training, then there is an unlimited e-learning access, and then ISRI technical certifications. And the last stop is to get ISRI technical certification. And parallelly, if you see one more thing, which says instructor-led document, learning plan, MOOCs, story map, teaching resources, training seminars, tutorials, videos, web courses. These are subcategories on which we will be talking in details. We will be talking that how you can get an access to it. This is basically available on free on free basis. We'll be talking about instructor-led training. We'll be talking about e-learning access. For organization, basically, we can either target individual on the role basis, or we can help in creating a focus and short-term training plans to support upcoming projects. If in case you have, like, a couple of SIs has already reached out to me, they have upcoming projects for them, and they wanted to train their staff, or maybe we can do workforce development for tailored plan, maybe strategic goals, or maybe you're trying to upscale the productivity level in your organization overall, or maybe integrated focus oriented change management practices to implement ArcGIS projects for best practices and for your own organizational growth, or maybe get more projects, or maybe it could be more for, like, increasing the in-house knowledge in the organization. Now let's talk about the Esri Academy. I'll just browse you through the website. I have already done it for you people prior. So let me just. Oops, sorry. So this is the website where you have to go for Esri Academy. This is free of cost. You don't need to be our customer if in case you are not. And there is also a clause which is called as, the clause is that if in case you are a customer, then I will talking about the advantages of being a customer and what you get over it. So basically, this is a simple page. You go onto this. This is the website, www.esri.com/training. You go here and you sign in. Anyone can sign in. It is free of cost. It is taking my credentials, but yeah. Simply you can choose either of the way, and you can go onto the website, and then I'll be talking about the couple of things that are there on this website. We'll be talking about exploring the courses, schedules, learning plan, dashboards, everything we'll be talking about. Okay, now coming back to the presentation. Now let's basically talk about the certification itself. Sorry. Okay, talking about the Esri technical certification, let's talk about that. In Esri technical certifications, we have basically three kinds of subcategories. When we have desktop core examination, we have
Sir, I'm sorry
enterprise
for
core
the
examination.
interruption. Can you please put it in full screen mode?
Okay, sure.
Presentation.
So talking about Esri technical certifications, then we have basically three subcategories, which is desktop core examination, enterprise core examination, and specialty core examination. Uh, when we talk about desktop core examination, you need to be an experienced ArcPro user, also ArcGIS online user. There are a couple of examinations that comes under desktop core examination. I'll just walk you through. What are things that are required before you even think about which certification that you want to go ahead. But I will certainly be talking on later stages. Then there is enterprise core examination. It is specifically for all those people who would like to design, configure, support enterprise ArcGIS deployments. And specialty examination, this is for people, Esri users, basically supporting their organization with focused product and concepts across the platform. There's again couple of subdivisions under these categories. Uh, let's talk about ArcGIS desktop certifications. Now, the initial level of certification which is available is ArcGIS desktop entry. If couple of just for the knowledge for the people, this is the latest release. Soon there will be, in another 6 months, we can see more certification coming in. This is 19001 series. Esri keep on updating their series. So this is the latest at the moment which is available right now on Esri website. On this, when we talk about ArcGIS entry or maybe associate or maybe professional, as you can see, there is a huge difference between each and every certification. How? So for when we talk about ArcGIS entry level, it just validates the ArcGIS concepts and ability to perform at entry level mapping, visualization, editing, and file geodatabases tasks. I will go in depth of it, but what I can precisely say, if a person is having approximately 2 years of experience on working on ArcMap on ArcGIS, precisely it will be little, the right word would be a cakewalk. So if in case a person is having this much amount of experience, he or she can definitely try for an entry level examination, and it would not be that much, it would not be that much a difficult task for a person to crack this examination. Then when we talk about the ArcGIS Desktop Associate, it validates the ability to apply the concepts workflow to visualize, manage, and analyze geospatial data. Now, to understand and differentiate between both of them, in ArcGIS Desktop entry examination, the questions could come very directly, precisely, because I've given all the examination, hence I know the examinations, the entry level examination would have a very direct questions to you, maybe asking for particular menu on the Arc map, or maybe Arc Pro, or maybe asking about if in case you want to browse particular tool, or maybe you want to execute a couple of particular tasks. But when it comes to the ArcGIS Desktop Associate examination, it basically tests you on the practical ground, wherein it sees the practical ability and applicability of the ArcMap. That the questions are usually based on scenarios, or a little more technical. Maybe, for example, you want to do raster analysis, that what kind of file extension you would want to use. So obviously the answer would be the extension which are based on uh, the raster data sets like TIFF, GeoTIFF, or maybe any other. If in case you are unfamiliar with these terminologies, I can tell you on later stages. You can put it on the question windows. If in case someone is just a beginner on the GIS upfront. Then when we talk about ArcGIS Desktop Professional, it basically validates the expertise applying the advanced concepts and knowledge to establish workflows and process, for example, in complex projects. So basically in ArcGIS Professional, a person is basically tested on the upfront of the technicalities, project implementations, and it will be scenario based, and it will be, I mean, basically the questions will be based on projects, that you are working on XYZ project, you are trying to perform this particular task, and this task is not getting executed. Hence, what will be the right answer for the following, that what will you do to solve this? So basically that's how the questions gonna come. And when we talk about ArcGIS Desktop entry to associate to professional, the number of questions decreases as we go further. Now in entry level, the number of questions are more. In the desktop, the entry level of questions are less, and the professional, it has more or less. So basically at the end of the day, it is checking your core technical skills. My piece of advice at the moment, but I will be talking in detail about this as well. Don't ever think of jumping onto ArcGIS Desktop Professional examination directly, because this is not easy. This is quite a tough certification precisely. Now let's talk about enterprise certification. Now, when we are talking about enterprise certification, at the moment, you must be having this kind of question in your mindset, that Shahrukh, in previously you had entry level, you had associate, you had, and then professional. Now what we see is enterprise administration professional examination, and we see enterprise database professional examination. So in the coming time frame, as I mentioned, in another 6 months, there will be a couple of examination which will be there, which will be available for associate level for both the respective examination. But at the moment, what Esri is offering, these are two examination on ArcGIS administration, which is of professional and geodatabase professional only. See, if it had been, it was there till 10.5, but it has been expired and it is a quite old technology. If you're quite familiar with the latest version of ArcMap or maybe ArcPro or maybe ArcGIS server, then you must be knowing that latest in market right now is 10.8, and there are sub versions as well. But 10.8 is the latest one in the market at the moment, and as per based on that, these certifications are basically nurtured and prepared again and again, and they keep I mean at Esri they keep on updating the certification, the questions and everything based on the present latest technology. So when we talk about ArcGIS administration professional, it validates the administrative skills of an ArcGIS online and or enterprise portal. Although it says or, but I have given this examination, I know you need to be an expert on ArcGIS enterprise as well as on ArcGIS online. And when we're talking about ArcGIS enterprise, that means again I'm mentioning a couple of words. If in case any word you are unfamiliar with, you can put it on the chat window and we can definitely take up those questions at the end of the session. So when we're talking about enterprise, so precisely it's a combination of multiple things. When we are wherein we are talking about ArcGIS server, which is the heart of enterprise. Then you have data stores. Then you have portal, then you have couple of more other extension that run on top of it, like although it does, this particular exam does not test you on geo event server, which is again another an extension on top of it, or maybe utility network management, or maybe there are a couple of other extension. I will be taking you through the syllabus of every individual certification, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm just giving you a high level information at the moment for these certifications, and then we'll go in depth of every individual certification. Then we talk about ArcGIS Enterprise Geodatabase Management Professional. This basically validates the designing, implementing of databases, architecture component, support and robust in enterprise-wide multi-user environment. So precisely, if I would say, even if I see the hierarchy, if in case you want to appear for geodatabase management and you are planning to appear for it, I would not say directly jump onto this examination directly, because you need to have very good knowledge on the designing upfront. If in case you don't have knowledge, then this certification is specifically not for you. Designing, what I mean is multi-user deployments of databases. Then we are talking about the designing part, as well as the implementation part, as well as the production environment. So we are going to take care of every individual thing that I've just mentioned. And as I mentioned, since it is a professional examination, the number of questions will be less. Will be very focused. These are questions will be, all the questions will be scenario based. Then you will not find any direct question for these examination in professional level. You will never find any direct questions directly hitting onto you. It will be precisely very scenario based questions. Then the last category, which I want to put in up front, which is specialty certifications. One is ArcGIS Online Specialty, ArcGIS API, JavaScript Specialty for Python, and Utility Network Specialty. Now let's talk individually, separately, because they are not correlated with each other, and every individual certification would require a separate set of background knowledge as well as preparation. The ArcGIS Online Specialty is easy examination if in case you already have knowledge of ArcGIS Enterprise, and precisely I would say ArcGIS Online. But for all these examination, if in case you would want to appear for, you need to have at least one Esri certification. That could be from desktop, could be entry level, or maybe associate, or maybe professional. And I mean, this is a mandatory thing that I mean, you cannot appear directly for specialty examination. This is what ISRI would check for you, and I'll show you how they check. Um, After a while, I'll show you on the website itself. So in ArcGIS administration specialty, it is going to check only the knowledge pertaining to ArcGIS online only. Okay. When we are talking about ArcGIS JavaScript API and Python for Python specialty, these two certifications are specifically for developers. If in case you are developer, then these two certifications are for you. I mean, this is going to validate for ArcGIS API JavaScript, and then the other certification is going to test your knowledge on Python. Again, I'm mentioning you cannot appear directly for these certifications. You need to have at least entry level of examination for this. And then the last is, which is too much at the moment. It is quite hyped at the moment, and everyone is going for this certification. And a lot of SIs are approaching for it. A lot of GISPs are approaching for it. They have a lot of doubts, questions on this particular certification and the technology, which is utility network. Now, utility network was introduced 2 to 3 years back as an extension on Arc Pro. With this, you can create network data sets, and you can do a lot of utility work with the help of this particular extension. And this particular examination basically validates you and makes you a utility network expert. I would not say that anyone could not appear for this examination, but this is again specifically specific to domain expertise. If you are a person who would want to build his or her career in utility, or maybe your organization focus is on utility, or your project is utility, and you have a quite a huge experience on working on utilities, then this certification is definitely for you. You can definitely plan for this certification. This is the only one single certificate which is available. Just to educate the audience, it is an extension that is added on ArcGIS Pro, not on ArcMap, and it is an extension that goes on to ArcGIS Server as well. So you can basically, precisely, you can take up the network data sets onto ArcGIS Server as well. Now, let me just show you the website which I was talking about. Uh, I have just opened okay. Then how to apply for these examination? Let me just walk you through, and then I will explain you this particular um, so when you have registered, I believe you can register it by after the session, or if in case you have registered. So basically, when you open this website, there are two major categories. You go on to the individual one, then we go on to Esri technical certifications. I will be talking about all these, but I will go on to explore examination. I'm going to show you a demonstration of one particular certification, and followed by you can replicate it for other certification. That's how basically you can get the syllabus, and that's how you can basically see how one is supposed to prepare. For example, let me just open ArcGIS desktop, and let me just browse through the entry level. Now, when we are talking about entry level, as you can see, the examination hour is 1 hour 45 minutes. If I would hold on, as I was saying, just to reassure it and show it in front of people. See, as a comparison, when we go into, like, for example, let me just compare the entry level and associate level. Now if you see, the entry level is again for 1 hour 45 minutes. The associate level is, the time limit has gone up. The number of question is 80, sorry. The number of question is again 80. The time limit they have given more, because they know that the testing skills here will be much tougher, and a user would take more time to think and analyze. Hence, the time limit is more. As you can see, every certification costs $250. Now, specifically talking about the purchasing part, I'll just show you how you can purchase even. You can go on to the purchasing. You can say that you have read the terms and condition. It is going to be $250. And there, this is gonna this examination is gonna help, is gonna be done through with the help of Pearson View, which is a third party vendor through which this examination will be conducted. So as you need at least you need your login credential on the website. Let me just go ahead with mine, just to show you people. So once you select a particular certification, then you can go and you can simply buy. Once you pay the price on the website, what is going to happen? Uh, what is going to happen basically? Uh, Sorry, so this is my official website, but just for your knowledge, what I'm going to tell you is that once you purchase this $250, after this there will be a couple of information that you need to fill, and then you have to make the payment online. Once you do that, then there will be a email triggered by whatever email that you have entered will triggered, and that email will be available in your inbox. That will have the voucher code. Now, with the help of voucher code, you are also supposed to create a Pearson View account. Now, basically, I'm talking about two accounts, and precisely you will be required three accounts. The third account I'll be talking later. You will be needing two accounts. One is the academy account that you need. Then you select the particular exam. Then you go on purchasing the voucher, and then you create Pearson View account. Once you create Pearson View account, there you can schedule your examination depending on which city you are from, whichever part of the world you are. Pearson View centers are available across the world. You can select the nearest center which is near to your house, and you can schedule the examination as per your preference, time, date, and the availability of the center in corresponding to the number of seats. For example, if there are other couple of people who are giving this examination and it is a clashing, so obviously that particular time slot would not be available. And during COVID times, they also opened up that you can give this examination sitting at home, but for that, it is still COVID time. I need to check if it is still available, but at peak COVID time, it was there that you can sit in examination, and mandatory was that you need to have at least a laptop which basically have camera on and mic on. So this is mandate. Now, when we come here, then you go and you click on download exam information. Once you do that, that's where the whole syllabus will come up in front of you. You need to browse each and everything. You need to read the skill metrics of particular certification that you want to go. The distribution is also given in percentage, that what particular topic it will be testing you and how you have to prepare, and the number of questions that you'll be getting from these particular sections. And then resources. Then again, I'm also taking you on one more website. So again, just to just for the knowledge again for the people, we created the Esri website. We selected an examination. There was an examination information. I gone on to that. Then I have selected how to prepare. This is a document for every individual certification. It's a separate document. It has all the syllabus, and it also has the learning plan what Esri recommend. This is again which is very essential, which I would personally recommend, and what Esri even recommend, that you need to follow this. Now you will get on to this page. Again, you would require the login credentials, as I have already mentioned with you people that you have to create on My Academy. These are the same credentials that will be required. You can enroll, and under enrollment, as you can see, I'm just browsing it down. There are couple of courses which is available, and maximum of them are free of cost. But now, if you remember, when I was beginning my seminar, I mentioned that there is an advantage that a person get if you are my customer, if you are Esri customer. You see, I'm sure you can see on the window that says requires maintenance. Now, when we're talking about required maintenance, that means if you're my customer, then this tab will get enabled for you. I mean, there will be no lock. As you can see, the key is applied. Since it's my organizational account, yeah, as you can see, the key is applied, so it is unlocked. If it had been just a free account, then it will be locked. If in case you are your organization if you are attending as an individual, or you can basically, I mean, you can have a word with your organization. They must be having the organizational account. They can add you and they can send you a request, and you can basically be part of the academy and you can learn. Okay, that's how it is. Then there is one more thing, which is instructor-led courses. I will certainly be covering that on later stages in a while. Now, the third website, if you remember, first website was Esri Academy, second was Pearson, and third. This is basically Cert Metrics website, where you can basically track your certification, what all certifications you have given, and what was your result score and everything. So I'm just trying to log in at the moment. So as you can see, it shows that I have given these certifications, and you can see that there is I am also eligible automatically. Once I have given the desktop level, entry level certification, these examination automatically prompt up in the cert metrics that you are eligible to give these certifications. There will be there will be no stoppage basically. Okay. Even if, just for the audience, if in case I go into specialty, I want to show you one thing, that you see a tick mark. So tick mark means that yes, again, inside also it is validating. And since I've given other certifications as well, if I go on to that, it says this item is extra. I mean, that's absolutely fine, but this item is extra, but it validates you for this particular certification. So this is the website where you can browse the website. I mean, you can browse your certification and you can flaunt your certification by adding it onto LinkedIn, or maybe you could get PDF certificate signed by Jack Danjamon. So that's how it is. Now, coming back to the presentation, preparing for certification, I have covered a little bit, but I'll be going in depth about these certifications, that how one is supposed to prepare, and I will also try to cover these instructor-led certifications. Now, as I have mentioned, if you've seen the course details, for example, if I have to go for this, I can enroll, and all these. So basically, this whole is divided into three subcategories. One is free courses, which is at the moment on Esri Free Academy. There are 353 courses available free of cost for every individual, whether you are a customer or not. For customers, obviously the course list goes up, because the under maintenance courses also get opened up for your people. But if you're logging in as an individual, then there are 353 courses available for you. It is unlocked at the moment. Now, when you see that there is an instructor-led courses, I will cover in detail what are these instructor-led courses on later stages. Now, let me just try to cover up. Okay, I'll show you one more thing. This is a website, just for the interest of the audience. There is a website. Once a person give their certification, their name gets displayed on this directory. There is a setting, but by default you can make it. I mean, by default it comes on the public domain, but you can disable it if in case you want. So you can come here and you can basically see the person name, then which certification that person, he or she, is holding, and what was the location. So this is www.training/certification directory. You can Google, and or maybe these are all the links that you can find it on the ECD Academy website itself, from the individuals and from individual to certification. You can get all these. And also, uh, let me just go on to the okay. Um, when I was specifically talking about preparing for examination, I have just shown you that how individually you can go on to every individual, uh, you know, uh, these certifications. By going on these certifications, you can simply, browse the syllabus of every particular certification, and then you can download this particular information. This is the syllabus that you need to follow. Since I've got less time, I need to cover a lot of things. So this is the syllabus. I mean, as I mentioned, every individual examination would have a separate syllabus. So this is the breakup of every individual examination that you need to appear for. You need to read properly, make a proper plan, and Esri has already made a plan for you. You just simply click on this particular link and you go on to the academy, and it will get bifurcated into three sections. One will be the free web courses that you are. If you are our customer, then you get the maintenance courses, and along with you, uh, and I'm sure you people must be having questions that if in case I am an individual, how I can unlock the maintenance courses. For that, you need to have a license, a personal use license from us. And with that, you can enable those web courses which are under maintenance if in case your certification plan has those courses aligned with it. So it is not mandatory that every course would have that. It is not that. And also, for every certification that you prepare, with bold letters, I'm mentioning, before you appear for any examination, please do read ISRI's best practices, whether it is for ArcGIS Server, whether it is for ArcGIS Desktop, Pro, whatever. Before appearing for an examination, please do go through and read thoroughly ISRI's best practices, because examination is going to test you, not your own experience, but examination is going to test you what ISRI recommends, which is the best practice. And there are a couple of books, blogs. There are a lot of link. There is a GeoNet community wherein you can post, you can ask, you can question. There are a lot of things which is happening. There are a couple of Esri websites. You can see the installation guide. I mean, for every individual certification, the plan is separate, but this is what it is. Basically, the syllabus that you need to follow. For every certification, there is separate syllabus. I'm reiterating again. First, register yourself on ISRI Academy, select a certification, pay the price, you get ISRI code, you use that ISRI code, then you also create a Cert Metrics website login, and you go on to Pearson website, you schedule an examination, you go there. There will be an examination based on which certification you have opted for. The number of time slot will be given to you at that point in time, or maybe you can give it at your home if it is available at the moment. And once you give the examination, it takes approximately 24 hours for the result. Passing marks, it's approximately 70%, but precisely what they do is cumulative assessment. So precisely it is not disclosed at upfront, but since at ISRI India, a couple of people have given examination, and we interact with global teams. So precisely it is somehow in between 70 to 80% is your passing marks, is basically in every subject matter. I mean, these distribution precisely in every these subsections where it is testing, you need to you need to secure at least 70 to 80% marks in every subsection. That's how it is basically. Now let me just go on to my presentation again. Uh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So these instructor-led courses, what are instructor-led courses? Now I will be browsing on the website as well for uh, your knowledge. But before that, uh, on the Esri Academy, there is a tab called, I'll just show you, exploring courses, and the courses are distributed into further these categories, which is getting started, mapping and visualization, analytics, data management, sharing and collaboration, scripting and development, design and planning, field mobility and monitoring. And as you can see on the screenshot which I've shared, it has a drop down where you can select a couple of drop down. Then it also gives you an option of selecting the product, that which product that you want to learn for, and then maintenance, and then free. I will browse you through that as well. So in total there are 51 courses, instructor-led courses. Instructor-led basically precisely means that it is being I mean, you'll be getting a hands-on training, you'll be getting an instructor onto you with the help of an ILO. What exactly ILO means, I will also cover that as well. Just for the knowledge, these are the instructor-led courses available in total 51 courses. They are distributed on the same category that I have just mentioned, getting started on ArcGIS, mapping and visualization. As you can see, there are 9 courses. Uh, then on spatial analytics, there are 3 courses, imagery and remote sensing, there are 2 courses, collaboration and sharing, there are 3 courses. Then data collection and management, there are again 8 courses, database and server management, there are 6 courses, scripting and application development, there are 4 courses, industrial focus courses, these are domain specific courses, which are 9 courses. In domain specifically, I would say location intelligence, geospatial intelligence, utility and water, uh, precisely, and image analysis, raster analysis. Now let me just go on to the website and I will cover up that as well for you people. Okay, so you go on to catalog and explore courses. Once you come here, this is the acad. These are the courses through which you can select as many on whatsoever you want to appear. You can select whether you want document, you want instructor-led courses, you want learning, you want a learning plans. So once the moment you do a learning plan and you say, okay, learning plan, then it is gonna come up with all the learning plan, like I just foundation course, or maybe Esri, my Esri courses. There are a lot of, basically, it will bring in the for example, this is ArcGIS Enterprise Administration Essential. You want to appear for this particular certification, you don't want to go through the path that I've just shared with you, so you can go with this as well. Okay, then products, you can select like this. It's a self-explanatory website, very easy to browse. You can select the website, it's very easy. Now coming to my tips and tricks, I have already discussed with you people precisely. I mean, the syllabus is what you need to follow at the end of the day, which is very mandatory and essential. Before that, no. And another tip that I want to give you is that, again, I'm mentioning best practices. Do go through the best practices. uh, Now let me just come to, and I will take the question and answer as well, because there are a lot of things left. So how we can help? We can help you individuals to plan for the certification. We can create certified batches from the certified people who have given, and they can share the experience, the kind of questions and how questions are, and something like that. We can definitely help you out so that you can understand better. And training platform assessment, which is ILO, which the word that I've been saying from quite a long time. So let me just play the video for you people. You may understand it better. I hope the voice is audible.
Yes, sir.
The Esri online classroom is a great way to attend ArcGIS courses conveniently from any location, whether in the office or from your home. Just like in a physical classroom, you interact with the instructor and other learners in real time. We use various interactive methods to encourage learners to provide input, participate in discussions, and be active throughout class, including annotation tools like pointers, text, and drawing tools. Our Esri online classroom environment allows for direct audio communication, a chat window, live polling, small group discussions, and emojis. If a learner wants to communicate privately with the instructor, chats can be directed only to the instructor, as well as to the whole group. We also use breakout rooms to allow learners to collaborate and brainstorm in smaller groups. Learners get hands-on practice with ArcGIS software using Esri virtual machines that are fully loaded with the data and software for that course. It's easy to connect to your very own virtual machine to work independently. While working through course exercises, the Esri instructor can view and monitor every learner's progress and offer assistance when needed. As you can see, the experience of taking an Esri online class is just as interactive, engaging, and exciting as being in the classroom together, but without the travel and travel costs. For more information, talk with your Esri training consultant. We
So
look
as
forward to seeing you in class.
so as the video was quite self-explanatory, basically we provide you virtual machines, you get software installed and everything, and you can basically take these courses from us. That's it from my end. And now I will be handing over it to Rudy. If you now I would like to ask a question and answer, and I believe there are a lot of questions which is already there for me.
Thank you, Mr. Vase. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to request if you wish to ask any questions regarding the subject of the webinar to the respected speakers as well as the panelist members, please post your questions on the chat appearing on the right hand side of your window. Repeating and requesting again, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask any questions related to the subject of the webinar to the panelist members as well as to the speaker, please post your questions on the chat, directing it to all panelists from the drop down above. With that said, now I would like to introduce and request Ms. Rashmi Gupta and Mr. Sriram Kotikonda to be part of the question and answer session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rudy. We do have a couple of questions already on the chat window. So we have a question. Can we avail old question papers with answers for practice purpose?
Rashmi, just I would like to take this. With every version, the questions gets changed, and there are no questions available. So if we will not provide the actual question, but there are some courses which give them how the question is look like. So there is a mock sample question course is available with the Academy, and they can go through the questions to get a feel of the question, how they are going to test it. Yeah, so there's one more question, like how many attempts are allowed for each certification exam?
Yes.
Okay, so as such, there's no limitation, but there is a set of rules. First, you can attempt, second after a week, third after approval from Esri, if you are trying to approve for the same exam within 3 months.
So is the course fee still required, or it is waived in the consequent attempts?
See, every attempt needs to be paid by a candidate. See, there is no exception.
Okay, thank you. What are the prerequisites for doing enterprise administration professional certification?
As such, no prerequisites. If they have enough experience and if they have hands-on experience, basically in installation, configuring a high available environment, or using the core ArcGIS enterprise workflows and ArcGIS online, then at least if they have hands-on 2 years of experience, they can straight away appear. So Sharik, you have any comments on this?
So, so as I have already mentioned, see, there is only prerequisite for the specialty examination. For other examination, there is no specialty examination. As Sriram sir has already mentioned, you people that it depends on if you have confidence. First of all, you need to have confidence on it. Second, hands-on experience is must. As at the moment, only professional examination is available for RGS Enterprise. And again, I am mentioning it. The whole syllabus you have to go through, you need to understand, and it's these best practices. Read everything. You need at least 3 to 4 months preparation for a professional exam certification. Or if you have good amount of experience on that particular on that particular subject matter expert.
Okay. So there are some certifications which are now no longer there. For example, Esri System Design Associate. Is there any equivalent certification for this topic? Esri System Design Associate.
Mr. Vasi, you are speaking on mute, sir.
So at the moment, no, but as I've just mentioned, there will be a lot of certification which are coming. They are on the way. In another 6 to 7 months, you see a lot of things which is gonna which is gonna come up very soon. But at the moment, at present, these are the certifications I've just shown you.
Basically, ISRI is working on some of the certifications which are in development currently and which may be announced at later dates. So currently, the final certifications for the latest version, they are available. So they have removed the old certifications which are basically dependent on the retired products and the older certification versions of the product. So it helps users to keep updating their knowledge to work on the latest version.
Are there any free access to Esri press books for preparation of certifications?
Unfortunately, no. You need to buy these books, which is available from ISRI website itself. You will get as a soft copy.
Okay. How should I get trained on Esri Enterprise with personal use license? Or is it any other option?
Come again? What is the question? How should I get trained
The
on?
question is if the person is an individual and the organization do not use an enterprise license, and then what are the options? You mentioned about personal use license, Shari.
Yes.
Basically,
See,
it applies to desktop licenses only. So in the personal use, enterprise is not added as of now.
you can what you can I would precisely say that you can wait for some period of time, and if in case an associate level examination or maybe entry level examination may appear, for that maybe RGS online may help you, or maybe the reading material. But again, there will be a lot of risk, because for enterprise certifications you need to have at least hands-on experience, and as Shriram sir has rightly mentioned, we do not have any personal use enterprise license available at the moment.
Can we import certificate from course with maintenance unlocked by organization account into our personal account where there is a maintenance lock? Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, if you're if your organization, you can ask your organization. They must be having ISRI's RGS online account. With that, the academy account also gets unlocked. Whosoever the administrator would be, he or she can just simply send you a request with your email address, and you can be part of it. If you are part of that organization, obviously that individual will be sending you on the official email itself. But if in case it's a personal email address, like you're using Gmail or something like that, I don't think so your organization would allow that. So yes, that's how it is, what it is. Yes, if you are an individual, then you can go for a personal use license, and then you can enable all these courses.
How is the examination conducted in the COVID situation? Do we have exam centers in Northeast India? If is there any list of centers?
Yes, there are a lot of centers, as I mentioned, since in India lockdown has opened up, not in West. I mean, it keeps on changing, but for the easyability, as I've just mentioned, that both the options are available. You need to check on Pearson website how Esri is gonna, because this exam will be conducted through Pearson only. So whether Pearson is giving you an, they'll be giving you a software that you need to download on your system. You need to have webcam and you can do that. Or all the list, all the center across India, they have infinite centers. You can just browse through the Pearson website. You can see the centers. You can schedule examination as per your time and date.
Yeah, so to add what Shahrukh mentioned, so every major city has their Pearson centers, and we recommend to appear to Pearson center. See, as a person, I can give the exam from my home itself, but the dependencies are more. So complete your session will be recorded. You will not be allowed to take breaks, and you should have your camera on always. And in case if you had any issues with your network, then you will lose your exam, your session. So that's the reason. But if it is a Pearson center, definitely you will get an advantage that if something is went wrong in the center, so they will be responsible and they can give a chance. But if it's a personal thing, then they will be very difficult to get a chance. So I recommend to go to a Pearson center and find a suitable time and prepare well and attend for the exam.
Yes, right.
Thank you. Do existing customers also have to pay for the certification fee? Example, Esri customers from government organizations.
Everyone.
Yes.
Every certification needs payment. There is no exception for any customer by category.
Even we pay as as an
distributors.
Yes, as distributors.
If some individual want to do the certification on enterprise, but they don't have access to enterprise currently, but previously they might have worked on. So if they enroll in certification, will they get any virtual machine or similar?
So you might have got confused with virtual machine. See, what I've discussed, there is something called as ILO, instructor-led online platform, which Esri offers. And obviously we are also offering, wherein we give you virtual machine for a particular course you want to get hands-on on. And if in case, as you have just mentioned, like in your case, you have worked before, you want to brush up your skills, you can get in touch with us and we can definitely help you with that particular course that you are interested in for. First, I would say the process would be select the examination, go through the syllabus, select and see which instructor-led course that you want to select with us. And once you know that this is the course, then you can come up to us or you can ask us for the best recommendation and we can assist you with that.
Thanks, Shahrukh. Do we have to pay only in dollars?
No comment. See, in dollars means you need to use your credit card. So the payment will go in dollars and they will convert and appropriate charges will be applicable on your card. See, they take only in dollars.
Thank you. These were the questions for now. In case there is any other question which comes up in your mind later on, you can write to us at info@esri.in, info@esri.in. And Shahrukh, you want to end with the 2 lines?
Yeah, so as Rashmi ma'am has just mentioned, you can mail us if in case you have any problems or any questions or doubt or anything. We'll definitely reply you back. And after this, once as we are about to close, you'll be getting an email from our end, which will also be having a survey. And if in case you're also planning for instructor-led courses or you are also planning for any certification for your organization, you can reach out to us. We'll definitely help you. Since this kind of seminar was the first time, we are also offering quite a huge heavy discounts for our customers, and especially for people who have this is valid especially for the people who have enrolled for this particular webinar. So that's it from my end, and I would be looking forward for your responses.
So by early next week, you will get a recording of this webinar along with the survey form. I encourage everyone to fill the survey form to become eligible for the special discount which Shahrukh mentioned. And in case you still have any questions or you need any help to understand what is the right pathway for you, what's the right roadmap for you according to your skill sets or according to your career objectives, you can reach out to us. The email ID is info@esri.in. So with this, we come to an end of this webinar. Thank you so much for being such patient and lovely audience.
Thank you, respected speakers. Thank you, panelist members, for this wonderful presentation. Most of all, thank you, participants, for joining this webinar. Wish you all have a great day and requesting to please stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.